Hello, hello, hello. I am Old Lady Dodge.
I'm Raven.
And this is UnStruggling podcast. And today, I believe you picked the topic, Raven.
I did.
So you explain to us what exactly it is. What's going on?
I'm not going to be good at this.
You'll be good.
I want to talk about... Everybody doesn't have it easy. It's not Christmas trees, cookies, and candles for everybody.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to talk about dealing with hardship.
There are a lot of people that have hardships during the holidays.
Yes. Or they struggle with all sorts of things this time of year. So like, even if they're not dealing with hardship, maybe people don't like spending time with their family.
Right.
They struggle with all the social gatherings that causes some people a lot of distress and anxiety for 1,000 different reasons, whether you're hosting or
if you don't have money.
Or if you don't have money,
Yeah,
oh God.
it's big. You're trying to do everything.
Yes. There's that. Trying to people please this time of year. People are doing that. So, I don't know. I wanted to talk about how we deal with that.
You and I?
Yes, how you and I... Yes, because we have different
Well, you're an
outlooks on
optimist, right?
Yeah, and I have eyesight
Right.
and
Woo, all those dreams, huh?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I am a pessimist,
Okay.
and Old Lady Dodge
Not me.
is not a pessimist.
I just have to say one thing
yes?
before I go.
Yes.
I'm looking at your, I'm going to touch your ear, okay?
Okay,
So,
here we go.
I'm looking at these earrings,
Yes.
and they're adorable.
Oh, here
they're
we
a little
go. Do I need to lean in? Do I need to lean in? Can people see them?
No, I don't know, but let me explain.
Okay.
They're a teddy bear, and they've got a little candy cane on them,
Yes.
and very cute. I'm excited to do our holiday cheer or chill episode coming up, but let's get back on track here. Yes, you are a pessimist. I am an optimist.
Yes. So we have different outlooks on how to navigate hardship or navigate
When we're
whether
upset.
you have personal struggles or stressful situations. I
Okay.
think is a better way
Yeah.
to refer to this. Is how do we deal with stressful situations?
Well,
So,
why don't you go ahead and tell me how you deal with it,
Yes.
and then I'll let you know how I deal with it.
Okay.
No judgment. No judgment.
I can't guarantee no judgment.
Okay.
I'm gonna judge. I have very controversial views on optimism.
Okay. All right. So let me know
right.
how you deal with it.
All right. So
I'm gonna see if there's a bright spot in there somewhere. Like somewhere. Okay.
Okay. I consider myself a constructive pessimist. And I'm saying that as opposed to those pessimistic folks who are more defeatist.
Okay.
So I think it's good to acknowledge the bad.
Wait, is this a constructive pessimist? Because I need to know what that is. So are you giving me now like a briefing on it, as far as what, instead of being a defeatist pessimist, what's a constructive pessimist?
A pessimist who can find solutions in looking at all of the negative things.
Okay.
You can yes.
It's like strategizing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So using your negativity to strategize instead of just being negative and not moving forward, not being forward thinking, and being stuck.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So what's a defeatist pessimist? I think you already answered this, but
defeatist.
you're stuck, right?
Defeatist
is a stuck person.
Yeah, or their life can get worse, right? Because if somebody is experiencing some type of hardship or stressful situation, I mean, it could get worse, right? Because they're so defeatist, and so they do not do anything to solve the situation or
so I have to bring this up. I am so sorry I'm interrupting you so much, but
all right.
we do talk about mental wellness, and then look at the difference between someone who's a defeatist. Did I say that right? Defeatist.
Yeah, it's called a defeatist.
A defeatist pessimist,
and then defeatist pessimist is that's like a double
whammy.
You're pretty much saying the same thing twice.
Okay, so
it's just a defeatist.
What's the difference between someone that's that way and then someone who struggles with depression?
there may not be a difference, and there may be, because, like, I don't know if all defeatists are people dealing with depression. That's a very good question.
I don't know.
That I haven't thought about.
Have you had depression?
Yeah.
I have never had it.
Yeah. I know you've said that.
I went the psychotic, manic way. What's the best way to push forward? I guess that's what I'm asking.
So I'm glad actually you brought up my depression, because I will say, I felt stuck. So essentially I did have defeatist thinking. Like, nothing I ever do works. There's not a way out of this, whatever. Like, all of those defeatist thoughts. But I think the one thing I decided is, okay, I am going to live, and I have to find a way to enjoy life. There are crappy things about life, but also I don't have to focus on the crappy things.
Did you see a therapist at that time?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you journal? So when you're...
Yeah, sometimes. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if journaling necessarily helped because of the way I was doing it, where I was still very focused on all of the negative things. So I decided to not do that, because I actually think sometimes we internalize too much and we focus on ourselves too much.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with depression.
Right.
You're focusing on how bad your life is. Everything is bad. Everything about me is bad.
Right.
Bad. And so ultimately you have to get to a point where you can be constructive and say, okay, there are bad things, but also what is something I can do? What is something I can change? Because
what is something you could be grateful for when you're in a depressive state?
Oh, you're going to do that. Yes.
Well, only because we did that fantastic episode.
We did our fantastic gratitude episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will gratitude fix all your problems? Well, gratitude's not going to fix depression, right?
It's not going to fix depression, but I also think, practicing gratitude, yes, that helps, but also I think taking control. Like, because part of being defeatist is feeling like there's nothing you can do. And so if you focus on, okay, well, what is at least one thing I can do?
Right.
And then when you find what that is, then you're like, oh, wait, there is something I can change. What is something else I can change? And so I think that's how I use my pessimism to be constructive. Okay.
It's like a building block then. You're saying almost building blocks, right? So,
sure, you can look at it that way.
Yeah.
You can look at it that way. Yeah, so I always try to look at it as, like, what's one thing I can take control of? So if we bring it back around to what some people might be dealing with this time of year, where it's like, okay, I really hate spending time with my family. Yeah, that's me. Okay, and so if I don't like spending time with my family, but I still want to, because, like, there's certain family members I enjoy being with.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not going to not spend time with anyone because I don't necessarily want to be with everyone.
And that's just from a family perspective, because we can look at that with people every day in life, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So, time limits. Do not stay for hours. You don't have to stay for hours and hours on end. You don't have to stay until 3 a.m. or whenever the last person leaves, or whenever the first person leaves. You don't have to. You can be the first person to leave. Get comfortable with that, people.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I can't drive. This is the thing I hated growing up, I'm going to say. Hated this. I can't drive. If I could, though, I would go to my family gatherings. I don't now. But I would go, and I would just be there for maybe an hour and a half, or an hour.
That's the limit, huh?
Yeah.
Depending on who's in the room.
I got a really big family.
Yeah.
I got a big family. So maybe 2 hours if I found somebody there who, we were really in a good conversation, but hour and a half would have been plenty.
I get that, though.
Yes.
You know I do.
Yeah.
I've had many conversations with you. I want to show everybody.
Oh,
this
yes.
is
Raven's this is my fidget. I always got something.
And this one is an
elephant.
elephant. And it's super cool. And it's got a little green little jewel in its trunk.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Awesome.
I got mine, too.
Okay.
My beautiful.
Your pillow.
Yes, my pillow.
Okay.
Hiding my belly. And there you go. So,
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, you can use that strategy for lots of different social situations. I know but some people feel pressured. They feel that social pressure to be like, I don't want to be the first person to leave because it's rude, and I'm going to tell you, I can't pretend like I actually care about that stuff, because I think you have to set boundaries.
You do.
You do.
But I have to take a different approach. And
Okay,
I
here we
remember, 2 years ago or whatever, we did a podcast, and I talked about being at a social gathering and getting stuck with someone, that maybe you just want out of that situation.
They won't shut up?
No, they won't shut up, and then they won't leave you alone. They always tend to gravitate wherever you are. And I'm not saying I mind that, but when it's continuous, I get, for the whole night.
Yes.
And usually my husband, I'll always say to him, look, here's what you do. We have a code word that we use, or he'll say, Terry, I need to talk to you, or can we, so we always try to help each other. But I think I mentioned this before. My big thing is, you know what? Oh, I'm so sorry, Raven. I got to run to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh. And
then it's like hoping that you're not just sitting there in the same spot waiting for me. Cause I come out and I'm like, damn it. She didn't find anybody else. She's waiting for me.
Okay.
But if you are with someone else, I am like over in a different area. So that doesn't always work.
See,
but,
okay. See,
and why do I do that?
Oh, no, I'm not going to ask you why you do that. That's fine. That's fine.
I thought it was a nice way to.
Oh, because I would just say, hey, I'm going to go talk to some other people, or I'm going to go mingle with other people. However it is, you can put that in a politer way, I'm sure.
I don't know about that.
I want to go talk to some other people.
I'm not. Basically, you're saying I'm not enjoying talking to you, so I'm going to move on to somebody else.
If that's how they decide to take it, that's not my problem.
Okay.
I
would like to share my personality.
You probably should be more polite. I'm not going to admit that. I'm not going to.
Okay, you don't have to finish that.
Okay.
But I understand. Everybody's got different ways and different,
You want to talk to other people, though.
I know.
You should say that.
I know, yeah.
Because that way they will leave you alone. I want you to leave me alone. I'm not saying that.
Right.
Stop talking to me. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I do want to go talk to other people.
Okay. You are hard, girl. You are hard.
Yes, I am.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like, you do have to set boundaries.
You
So
do.
You do.
Because
I get
otherwise
that
person's going to keep... Yeah. See?
Now listen.
Yes?
I would like to say to you, I believe there is a polite way to get out of something. And if you've got to have somebody else.
How is it impolite to say you want to talk to other people?
Well, I just feel like that basically says to someone, I'm over you. You're boring. I want to talk to other people.
I do.
Don't you think?
No.
Okay.
I even think, even if I was at a family gathering or a social gathering where it's like, I have several people there that I want to talk to, you don't get to monopolize my time, damn it. You don't. I could like you, and you still don't get to monopolize my time. Okay. So if you take it as, I don't want to talk to you, you're going to have to work that out with yourself.
And I think this, it's so funny because I appreciate you so much now. And now that we're doing our podcast together, we like totally get each other. Yeah. And that's what's super important is that you can accept someone else, even if they're totally different, except for with family members. Maybe that's like a problem we have that maybe you can't really accept for a long period of time. But,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say maybe... Like, one as an introvert, two, maybe that is some of my pessimism where I'm just like, I don't need to put the rose-colored version of myself out there all the time. I don't need to make sure it's so polite and so rosy and not possibly gonna hurt. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's funny because I am... I really don't want to hurt that person. But
I don't want
when
to
I'm mad at somebody or somebody says something that I may not agree with or, I totally disagree with, then I will say something. And it doesn't matter if it's like, you know what? I don't agree with that. Or that really bothered me. I don't have any problem saying that. But when you're at a social function and someone's just sharing themselves with you and it's like, and they want to be with you and they, maybe they enjoy your light or your personality. And then you say to them, I'm going to go talk to other people right now.
I would like to talk to others.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I guess
good.
I don't find that rude. Other people are gonna disagree.
All right.
with me.
We got to move on.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's
Okay,
move on
I know.
here.
Okay.
And I
So
forgot what
anyway-
topic we were doing.
Oh, I
today.
got this.
Okay. You go ahead, girl. Go.
So anyway, time limits is a way to take control of that situation.
Or the bathroom. Just say you got to go to the
Bathroom does not help
bathroom.
you take control. That person will still be out there waiting to annoy you
You're
when
hoping
you come out
not.
of the bathroom.
You're hoping not.
I'm not hoping that. That's my pessimistic view.
Okay. All right.
And also, all right.
Got it.
I'm not gonna go back and forth.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So jinx. Jinx. Do young people use that word still?
Well, not now. When I was a kid, we did.
Did you? Well, when I was a kid, we did too, but we'd say, Jinx, you got to buy me a Coke.
Okay, I don't remember that part.
What did you say after Jinx?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I have an old lady memory. I don't know.
Oh, no, I have an old lady memory. So I think we should wrap it up.
Okay, we should wrap it up.
Go ahead, girl.
Yes, I went down a whole crazy path, but my point is take control. What we really need you guys to weigh in on in the comments is this whole social situation thing, because I'm sorry, I think old lady Dodge is talking about stuff being too polite.
Mm-hmm.
Being too polite, I don't think you need to be an a-hole to people, but come on, we gotta be more real with people.
Let's
We gotta be real.
Let's hear
People
from
weigh
our
in.
listeners.
Yes, weigh in the comments, please.
Yes.
Am I a rude a-hole?
Okay,
Or
and am I just too nice?
You're too nice.
What's your thoughts on that? We got to wrap this up. This is UnStruggling Podcast. I'm Old Lady Dodge.
I'm Raven.
And as always,
Let's unstruggle together.
yeah, well, I was going to say that, but I'm going to say first, share our content. Like us on Facebook.
Yeah, do that, please.
Instagram.
Yes.
And then, as always, let's time this together. Ready? As always, let's unstruggle together. Woohoo!